What's up, guys? I'm in 3 lots here, watching for continuation. Um, Trying to hold this high point right here. Got a 3 lot stop loss down at 63. 66 is the target according to MES, but there is a bunch of resistance right there. So we're just trying to see if this is gonna get some continuation. We got a bunch of buyer's absorption right there, right around 64.75. So this is where we probably drop back down. Okay, let's see if we can get a little movement here. Watching the NQ for correlations, and we're about to get 66. Got 66.88 as the session VPOC. So that should likely hit. Again, looking at MES, it's telling me 66 was the most recent high value. A lot of buyer absorption at 66.50. But it seems determined to go, so I'm just going to let it run for a second here. And it's looking real weak. Yeah, there's a lot of liquidity up here that could get hit. It could also act as resistance. Just really struggling at 66. We had 4 lots go through on MES, but nothing yet on ES as far as I can tell, or else it didn't get me out of the queue. I've got 56, 55 ahead of me. All right, so we're watching the blue column, and there's the reloaders coming in. Got another take profit at 67.25. Change this to 2.
Order canceled.
Want to see those reloaders coming in. Watching the blue column. So this could go all the way to 73.50. I'm seeing likelihood that's going to fill.
Order
Okay, so
filled.
that's good. Let's clear this out to 1.
Order
And
canceled.
we are covered on our stop loss right here. What was I saying before? 77. Well, MES is saying 79.50. That would be right around here. I mean, can we get back to VWAP? That's the question. I think it really depends if this level holds here or not. Seeing some aggression. 76, 78. There's voids here at 72.75 and 74.25. On MES, we are losing value area low. So that's not looking too promising right here. We might get a little pullback. NQ looks like it's possibly going to try for VWAP. Again, it needs to hold value area low, and it's just kind of struggling right there. So put a take profit at 77.75.
submitted.
I'm actually going to drop that down to, oh, I've already got one set way up here at 81.25, so let's get rid of that.
Order canceled.
Still showing buyers coming in. Probably get a pullback here. A little bit of support. We're going to take out 71. And we are just struggling at value. A lot of buyers coming in on MES, trying to push it. So this does look like pullback. Losing value area low. Seeing a lot of stacking though. I think we're going to come back and test 66.88, which is VPOC. Yeah, I think we're going to come back and test 66. Let's see. A lot of resistance coming in, a lot of supply. NQ is struggling at value area low, kind of making a last stand there. Bunch of sellers at 73.50 on MES. There's a 400 lot. Let's see if it gets stuffed right there. Seeing, you know, a really low volume to this retracement. High volume on the move up. Obviously buyers got absorbed around 72.50. So that looks like it wants to fall off here. I'm thinking in the neighborhood of 67. If that doesn't hold, then we're going to get out. But so long as it's holding, there's this little low point right here that I'm attempting to use as support. But it still looks like it wants to come back and retest VPOC, which is 66.88. NQ is still holding value area low, but it's really struggling there. Just not seeing a lot of buyers coming in to reload this. So Okay, we're seeing some sellers possibly getting absorbed here, or else we're going to get a continuation. So I think that's a continuation. I'm going to get it up.
Order filled.
Waiting for a backtest higher here. So 66 was previous value. They're acting like it wants to turn around here.
Order submitted. Order
Chasing that puppy. So we got one, and we're gonna go down to
Order canceled.
65.50. Let's go just below there.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
I'm looking at something in the neighborhood of 54.70. Now this is where we got stomped previously. It ate up all that liquidity. So let's see if we can go. Got a nice little push there. And it's just running into a supply overhead. That was a bearish order block, just under 54.70. There was an attempt. Okay, I'm seeing some volume on the buyers, low volume on the sellers. There's this block of liquidity at 70.50. That's going to be tough to break. And if it does, there's a bunch more liquidity up here, so. What do we say, 70.50? Yeah, that's that white. I'm liking 76.25 as a target. There's a liquidity void right there. Okay, we broke through 70.50. Now that should hold as support if this is going to continue on. There's a bunch of resistance here, so let's be cautious. ES is still struggling, or MES is still struggling to meet value area low, which is at 71.50. This may have been from a different index. Sometimes my data populates to the CBOT and sometimes to the CME. So I'm not sure which data I'm getting from MES right now. Let's take a look. CBOT. Okay. So according to the CBOT, MES is going to hit a lot of resistance at 71.50. So that's a clue that ES might struggle there as well. And sure enough, that's what we're seeing. Still seeing lower volume on the pullbacks, so that's got me holding. NQ is going after previous value higher. So value is moving higher on NQ. $71.50 is the level to break for continuation. I'd like to see really low volume on the pullback here, not high volume on the drop. And we're getting high volume on the drop. Bunch of people taking profit. I'm watching the MES chart, struggling at 70.50. There is some reloading happening. It's going to run into a lot of resistance as it moves higher, but it might just blast through this. So we're just going to hang out and watch for a second here. Again, 76.25, is that what that is? There's a big liquidity void right there at 76.25. NQ is ticking higher. MES is right at 71.50. So about 2 ticks below. Okay, I've got my take profit at 77.75. This is a previous bearish order block in the neighborhood of 71.50. So NQ is back at value. Okay, NQ is attempting to move higher. We did have a bunch of sellers absorption right here, and it bounced above it, so that's positive. So I'm going to keep my take profit where it is for now, which is 77.50, 77.75, sorry. I like that liquidity void at 77. Oh, and there's a high point there. So let's see if we get a continuation. Needs to break this, like, what number are we looking at? 72.25 needs to break to make a new high on this particular move. And I'd like to see 70 holding as support. Okay, now we're starting to get some move. I see 79 and 79.50 are looking good here. I'm going to do an ad.
Order submitted.
Okay,
Order
let's take
submitted.
this down to there. And let's take this guy up. Looks like we took one out. So let's get rid of this guy and let's move this up.
Order
I'm going to just
canceled.
lock in 500 here. I'm going to lock in 600. That was quite a push. 78 was VPOC. It looks like we're going to go back and test 81, 88. Let's see, 81.75. There is a liquidity void right there. Let's go right in front of it at
Order
775. There's this low point at 80.75. And we are struggling. Go right there to 82.50. Let's see if anything opens up for me. 81.88 was value area high. That's right around here. And we are back testing. Talk to me, NQ. What are we doing? NQ can't make up its mind. Struggling. And I'm going to take profit. Let's just lock this in. At least 600. And let it play out. What's going on? A lot of resistance right here. There she goes. Go, 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 go. So 85.50 would be the next really high point, but I don't think we're even going to get close to that. Always a pessimist here. So this would be session value area high at 81.88. That was the target. I moved higher. I'm going to lock in. This is probably going to back test. So just get below there. No, we're going to hold 600 profit and see if we can get some movement because NQ is going to try to test. Looks like it's NQ is still showing some aggression for now. 78.63 was VWAP. We got a big push there. Got pushback. Bunch of resistance at 81. That's value area high. Coming back down to possibly test VWAP, or at least, you know, it's struggling right here. Okay, 81.75 to 82 is going to be the session value area high that I'm looking at from NinjaTrader. Got a bunch of sellers trying to come in there. This is just a feel thing for me right now. There's always a chance it's going to pull back. Obviously, 79.50 is value, or 79 in this case. So looks like a lot of absorption happening there. MES is showing aggression. NQ is showing aggression, but there's this, it's the IB high level it's bumping up against, and it just kind of broke out of it. That's NQ. ES is breaking out of value area high, 81.88. So now we're at 87. Yeah, NQ is kind of faltering. That's kind of what I was afraid of. It's just gonna hit that level and back off of it. So 81.88 did not actually break, even though we went through it, but it did not give us a 1 minute close above it yet. Testing it again though, and rejecting. A lot of sellers there. Value area high, 81.88. So we'll see if this little low volume node at 80.75 is going to hold. Looks like it's going to break. There's a little bit of support underneath at 80. There's that 316 lot. So that's kind of the elephant that I'm hiding behind. Okay, I just saw some of the profit takers move their stops up, the big players on MES. I'm looking at a 364 lot at 87.50. That means 85.50 is a possible target here. And that's where I have my stop loss in place. So struggling at the IB high. NQ is also struggling at the IB high. Finding value. Is it going to go higher? Seeing some aggression on MES. Maybe not enough. We should back test 81.88 here. I'm going to go ahead and lock in at 80.25, locking in $700 profit. I'm just not seeing much targets above this orange line, which is 83 is the IB high. NQ is right at the same level, IB high, it's struggling. But there is this previous 85.50 that could act as a magnet. It all depends on if 80.50 holds or breaks. And I don't see anyone coming in to defend 81.50. Just watching. Okay, so there's some reloaders there. There's 100 lots at 81. Back testing value area high, 81.50. That's breaking. And that might be all she's got. Trying not to overmanage my trade here because I sure did want 800, better than 700, but we need 81 to hold. There's a big 270 lot. Looks like that's breaking. And oh, it's holding so far. Can we get a push higher? Need a new high here. Testing below 81. Yeah, and I'm going to stop out at 700 profit.
Order canceled.
All right, not too bad. I enjoyed that. That was a nice little run. Hope you guys enjoyed that too. Give us a follow at Premium FTS on X. You can find me, Phils Jackson, on X. Feel free to join our Discord. We trade every day, Monday through Friday, NYSE open. Have a good trading session, guys. Catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.